Hello ladies and gentlemen, Jake Caliber here with another TF2 video, and today the topic of discussion is the Pyro, the flamey boy, the fire starter, the twisted fire starter. Don't copyright strike me. The Pyro is vastly regarded in the TF2 community as being the WM1 easy to play, free to play newbie class that gets cheap easy kills without requiring any real skill or class coordination. This stereotype is further enforced by the fact that people like Muselk were even able to make a video where he got kills as a Pyro using their foot to control the mouse. I just poured a little bit of salt into the wound of this video, to be honest with you. I had to rewatch it just to rile myself up. All this aside, I still find the Pyro to be one of the most intense and most difficult classes to play in the game. Now yes, I only have 107 hours in the Pyro, which isn't a lot, but it's not nothing, and it's way over the kind of entry levels of being a Pyro. Now when I say the Pyro is intense to play, people often refer to games where folk get easy, cheap kills, but if you take a look at that person's KD ratio or their general score, they die a lot. If you are a Pyro and all you know to do is just run at another class holding WM1 praying you get the kill, it's just not the way to go. This tactic only works on odd occasions. If you ask me, these days the general casual TF2 game has a fair few higher skill players knocking around. Players ranging from, the 3k hour range to the folk like I saw the other day that had 8k hours, which is just insane. You know those sorts of games where you see a pocket medic running full Australian gear who's pocketing the soldier who's also running full Australian gear with, some burning flame Max's head or something insane that doesn't exist. Those games can just suck, especially for an average skilled player like me. But sometimes I see a gap in the classes being used by my team and fancy giving the Pyro a go. Thinking, okay, I'm top scoring as an NG or a demo or a sniper maybe. Here, so I might as well run the Pyro to see if I can save this game. Then I get in as a Pyro, running around, playing a little bit WM1-ish, but not the full bobbing, not full on just WM1-ing, and still getting stomped. Because a good demo, a good soldier, all know how to bounce your ass around like you weigh as much as a little piece of paper. You just can't run at folk, You need to be reflecting, timing those reflections and reflectings, and getting them right and making sure that you do that properly. Maybe even using those reflected rockets to rocket jump as a Pyro. That's something that I've been trying to do with a varied amount of success. Then you have your combos. You've got the scorch shot, the flare gun, even the reserve shooter, whatever you want. It's a one-shot trick, apart from the reserve shooter, obviously, so you can't afford to miss those shots. Pyro is a fun class, especially after Valve fixed a lot of the dynamic issues we had with fire before the Jungle Inferno update, but it's one a lot of people turn their noses up at. I myself have had to learn a lot about good Pyros in making my most recent endeavor, which has been an TF2L team. There is such a small pool of people that play Pyro. Honestly, there's hardly any, or at least there aren't that many people who play Pyro as a main. There's maybe people that say, oh yeah, I want to be a demo man, but I'll also play Pyro if you don't have a demo man. So when you see some of the sick tricks that people such as Love Him or Hate Him Sketchcheck pulls off, you feel like it's the norm, but it isn't, because Pyro is a difficult class to play. Okay, maybe difficult to play is a bit of an overstatement maybe. It's a class that's difficult to play at a higher, more impactful way. The Pyro can be very tactical, mobile, a beast if played right, but the vast majority of Pyros in casual lobbies aren't very good up against a semi-competent TF2 player. Unfortunately, if you're finding yourself in lobbies where these Pyros are an issue for you, it's more likely that you're not equipped to fight them because you're newer to the game, or your team are really not understanding how to face up against a very simple WM1 Pyro. It's so simple, but loads of people just don't know how to react. I personally find the Pyro just to be such a clusterfuck of, what's he meant to be? I mean, is he, I know he's an offense class, but is he an offense class? Because if you move in too risky, most of your damage is long range. But then if you get too close, you get stomped out. And then you have to combo, and it's just a very complicated class. I don't think a lot of people give a lot of credit to for when you find a good one. I mean, like I said, in making a team, finding a good Pyro has been a challenge. Fortunately, I found one now. And it's just a class that I don't think people really take too seriously when they should, because it's a valued member of a 9v9 setup. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Like you should, because I'm 100% on the money here. Or do you think the Pyro is nothing but a big WM1, one kill, one death sponge? Tell me in the comments down below. Links to my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord are below. Adios.